It all started when a little larvae grew in the heart of the beehive, one said to work for the queen for the rest of his life. Until he didn't. After being kicked out of the beehive for being apparently too good for the rest of the bees, I had to go find a new job for myself. That is when I found this unemployed shack, where this guy threatened to quit his job, claiming that he would rather be crushed than to talk to another moron like myself. And guess what happened? Oh, I think that's the main ending. Oh no. With that, we got our first achievement, get eaten. And now we are officially inside of the bird. This was not even close to what I was expecting to being inside a bird, since we were trapped into cages immediately, taking our measurements and scanning our bodies for, well, whatever weird things might be inside, and apparently being brainwashed, which my little pea brain was not capable of. Does this make me special? Well, there's only one way to find out, which brings us to... The first part of the stomach already held a bunch of different dangers, but like the little ninja I am, I swerved and dodged, and finally I made it to the boat that took me to my next destination, and with that, another achievement. Oh, reach the Stomach City. Hey, I'm in Stomach City. Upon reaching Stomach City, I ventured through what looked like an abandoned dump, overrun by a bunch of minions, brainwashed to the core, and nowhere was safe. I had to get out of there and fast. If not, I would have probably been mincemeat. But then I found something odd. Something, well, you probably would expect to be inside a fish, but maybe, just maybe, something that could save me. I stumbled across this interesting group of bugs, ones that didn't seem to be brainwashed, and that's when it clicked. They were all wearing hats. They were protected from the brainwashing, and so was I apparently. So good apparently that I was called the Hatless One, the one they have prophesied to be there for, well, I don't know, how long do bugs live? A couple months. But anyway, these people had a plan to get us out of the bird, and I was the one to do it all. They would send me past Stomach City, through the acid ocean and to the end of the intestines. There I would get to the colon to rig up explosives and, well, explode the bird from the inside. Sounds simple, right? Well, maybe it is, I don't know. But yeah, that was my mission, and he gave me a radio, and finally I was on my way. Finally, I'd reached Acid Ocean, and when I got there, I was warned of a worm of some sorts. I went on my merry way, and out of nowhere, the worm leaped at me. I wasn't safe in here. I had to get out before I was swallowed whole in one gulp. So that's exactly what I did. I was running as fast as my little legs would allow me, and with every step the worm was following me. I had to get rid of this thing, and fast. I made my way through the chainsaws, and I knew this was my chance. A spike block. I had to kill the worm. With one swift jump I was on the block. All I could do now was brace for impact. The worm was finally defeated, and with that I made my way across his big long body and into where we want to be next. We made it to the intestines, and this is where I was told by my cockroach friend that every unused material was burnt here to fuel the very bird that ate us. And now I'd have to make my way through all of it. Every single bit. path through these intestines were rough. Up, down, left, right. I had no idea where I wanted to go. All I could do was follow the road and hope I get where I wanted to, which I eventually did. At this point, things were just getting out of hand. Lasers inside of a bird, gears that could turn up and down, and even spikes all over the place. This is just... I don't think this is how birds look inside, to be honest. But nonetheless, I powered through every single obstacle and got to where I wanted, the colon. It's safe to say this is where things got very interesting, very, very fast. We finally made it to our last destination. All we had to do now was plug in the radio to the system and let our cockroach friend hack it. And also being attacked by a bajillion bugs. Enjoy! After getting my ass handed to me for like a full 20 minutes, I finally got past this phase. That was until I had to fight another boss. The Queen of the Hive, I guess you can call it that. But yeah, finally we did it, and in the end we got to the explosives in the bird. So enjoy my suffering, and thank you, goodbye. It was victory for Team Hatless at last. I finally went up to the bombs and went to go complete my mission. My job was now done. All I had to do was press that big red button. All of us would be out of here. My job is finally finished. But don't think this is the end of the video, because this would not be a 100% video if, well, I didn't 100% the game. So here's a quick montage of everything I had to do to finally get the 100% badge. I started off by getting the alternative ending by just basically jumping out of the bird, being pooped out, and well, escaping from the rest of the bugs and not going down with it. After that, I proceeded to go get all these skulls you probably have seen through the playthrough, which are rat skulls. If you get all of these skulls, you activate like a secret cutscene thing, which I had to do, and then yeah, that's basically 100% of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.